Welcome to the Oddcast, the best of Andy and Christine in the morning on KXRB.
The regular season is heating up. New stars are emerging, and that means more opportunities to win up to 25 times your cash on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection on a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's that easy. Let it fly to turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Watch your favorite players and get paid doing it this basketball season. See your entries make progress during the game or make new entries for the second half in the fourth quarter. 3-pointers, assists, rebounds, and everything in between are yours for the taking. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Old Country Variety, 100.1 and 1140 AM KXRB. Well, of course, that is Jo Dee Messina back to 97 and bye-bye. But we are saying hello because we've got her on the line. Good morning, Jo Dee.
Good morning. I'm going to tell your listeners, they make it sound like they just picked up the phone. We've been like cutting up off air.
I know.
Yeah, we have. In fact, I mean, you never know what you're going to talk about when you're talking to Jo Dee Messina. We were just having a nice conversation about Aquanet.
Aquanet, and yes, how much it's needed these days.
Oh
man.
My gosh.
It certainly is. Well,
very flies with that.
Yeah, you really can. You really can. Well, Jo Dee, we love talking to you, and we've got a lot to go over, Christine.
You know, it's been a year since we last talked to you, Jo Dee, and it's so nice that you're actually coming to the Sioux Empire in Yankton for the 38th annual Riverboat Days. That's happening on Friday, August 20th. And before we, talk about this event, how great is it to be back on the road performing again? Because it was last year that we were saying how awful it is being stuck at home and not listening to live music.
Oh, well, the crowds have been really enthusiastic. They've been huge. Like we've had, I'm like, where's everybody coming from?
Yeah.
I think people are just ready to get out and have a good time. And, our show is fun and it's energetic and we tell stories and we have a really good time. And we've come from such an appreciative spot, just grateful, always been grateful. I'm not saying just because oh my gosh, we're back out touring, but just, I love what I do and I'm grateful to be able to do it. And so just having that whole perspective and being on stage, in addition to the fact that, we've been sitting at home for a year, it's exciting. But I'll tell you a little behind the scenes. Like you said, you never know what you can talk about with me.
Yeah.
So your voice is like a muscle. And it's like, sitting on the couch. Have you ever heard of like the couch to 5K or something like that?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like. So we went out the first couple weekends. I did a show and I come back and my voice was a little tired. And then we went out, we did 2, then we did 3 in a row. And then I lost my voice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, woo, this is like, I'd never taken a year off.
It's exercise.
I know it is. And so your voice is a muscle. And so it's like getting off the couch and running a marathon.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, that's a good analogy to have there, Jo Dee. It's like for me, when I'm off for a few days and then I come back, my voice starts to hurt because I'm not talking to Christine every day.
Yeah.
So
same way. I think I've lost my voice, 3 or 4 times already this year?
Yeah, you do. But no,
isn't that crazy? And for the listener, just think about, and this is not to be political or anything, when a candidate is running for office, they're constantly talking and but their body's not used to it and they're not sleeping. Mm-hmm. So getting used to sleeping on the bus again, same thing. I'm not sleeping and using my voice more than I had in the last year. So it's just been like reconditioning. But if you ever seen someone running for office, I mean, their voices go. They're like, 3 months into the campaign and they can barely talk. So.
Sometimes they sound like a teenager with that voice going up and down a few octaves.
Oh, your voice is changing.
Yes, going through puberty again.
Well, tell us a little bit about this upcoming show. Of course, it's Yankton Riverboat Days. It's the 20th through the 22nd. We are talking to Jo Dee Messina, who is going to be performing there live. And it's going to be Friday, Riverside Park. So if anybody hasn't been to one of your shows, this might be a tough question because I'm sure they're like your babies. They're like your children. But do you have a favorite song to perform, or does it kind of change over time?
It's the hardest question of the whole interview.
Yeah.
It is a really hard question. Sometimes, we'll get off stage and be like, oh my gosh, Carolina was so fun because the crowd was into it.
Right.
And you should see the young kids at the show. I'm like, you weren't even a
new
thought
generation.
when this song came out.
Now,
your parents weren't even married when this song came out, or they weren't even, they didn't even graduate high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's, I share a little bit of the gospel in my show because, I met Jesus about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just thrilled to share that with people. So sometimes, I interchange songs. I change out songs that go along with that story. Like there's a song here and a song there that we use. So sometimes those ones are the most moving.
I bet. Because
I know what Jesus did for me. And I know how he loves me. And just have experienced that. So sometimes I get lost in those songs. But it all depends on the night. It depends on, maybe the rest that I've gotten or the energy of the crowd or, in different regions, different songs were more popular. So, people start yelling out these album cuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
And that's got to make you happy.
They go deep, man. They go deep on these records.
Yeah. If it's a deep album cut, you know that, oh, man, they've been a fan for a long time, probably.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, and you're still here.
Yeah.
You're still sticking around.
I know, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
So, Jo Dee,
go ahead.
I was going to say, is there anything new coming for you down the pike?
There's a lot of new stuff that I share during the show. I can tell you when you go and you bring stuff like this to the industry, they're like, we don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll try to get some really good live recordings of them. Like some of them are really like heavy rock, like almost Evanescent sounding. Like
Wow.
we have we have 2 songs in the show, and they really tell a story of my life, but right before I met Jesus.
Yeah.
Like when I started to realize my friends weren't really friends. They were, people that wanted stuff, or people were always pretending to be perfect, but yet they were so wicked on the inside. And just all these realizations, and I wrapped them up into these 2 songs, and I share that story in my show a little bit more than I am right now because we're limited on time. I better hurry it up. Anyway, so I do have new material, and but the industry doesn't know what to do with it because they're like, you don't fit in a box. We don't know, what to do with the box. And I was like, well, I can't write in a box because, I was very upset and devastated and hurt at that time. So it comes out sounding like Evanescence, like,
yeah.
You can hit those notes too, though, Jo Dee. So I'm not surprised.
Well, and Jo Dee,
we've got, Bring on the Rain.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? We're all over the board. So there's something in it for everybody.
Sounds pretty insightful, and you've been doing stuff outside of the box for a long time, so we can't wait to hear that. It's going to be at Riverboat Days. You are going to be there on Friday, August 20th. Looking forward to the show. And before we let you go, I want to get you in quickly, Jo Dee, on this Facebook question of the day we have. So you grew up in the South, right?
I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Come on,
Way far. She's been in the South for a long time. That's why I say that. But okay, so this will be interesting. We are talking about school lunches on Facebook. Did you have a favorite school lunch when you were a kid growing up, or did you pack a lunch? What was it like for you?
Well, we were kind of poor, so I charged the lunch. You know how you get to charge lunch?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't always get the ice cream. Like, if I got the ice cream, it was like such a joy. It was a really big week at the house. If I got to buy the ice cream, which was 35 cents at the time, you know what I mean? Oh, the chocolate milk. If I ever got milk, oh my gosh, that was like the coolest thing.
Yeah, but, if you could only open those cartons, right?
Right, exactly. I know they say you bend them and it just doesn't come unpeeled.
No, it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
I know. And then, but I will say my favorite lunch, and I don't even know that this exists anymore, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But it used to be called a bacon burger, and it didn't taste like bacon. There was no bacon on it, but it was a burger, and it always smelled so good.
And they called it a bacon burger without the bacon?
But I don't know. I don't know what it was made of.
What?
I don't even know if
Mystery meat.
Anymore.
Yeah, probably mystery meat. That's what we're guessing here.
Well, for a poor kid, any kind of meat was good. So
Exactly.
I was like, yes, bacon burger!
Exactly.
Oh, gosh. Well, Miss Jo Dee Messina, she will be at the 38th annual Yankton Riverboat Days. Her show will be on Friday, August 20th. And Jo Dee, as always, it's so good to talk to you again.
Yeah.
I know. Hopefully we won't do it next year.
Right, exactly. Yeah, well.
Because hopefully, if we do it next year, it's for the 39th.
Yes,
Yes.
there you go.
Annual.
Yes, I absolutely agree with that. And I'll bring some chocolate milk just for you, okay, Jo Dee?
Okay, yeah, we'll open it on stage.
And then find an actual bacon burger for her.
Contest. Oh my gosh, we can have a contest and give chocolate milk out to everyone in the front row and see who opens it first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that'd
there
be
we
interesting.
go.
Might need a
There
bib.
you go.
Might need a bib for that as well. All right, Jo Dee Messina, thank you so much for giving us your time, and good luck and have fun at the show.
All right, bye guys. I'll see you this weekend.
All right, take care. Yankton Riverboat Days, Christine.
That'll be
Finally
fun.
here.
I know.
Oh, can't wait to check it out. We're going to give you your weather forecast, let you know what we're in store for in the next couple of days. Also, Eddie Rabbit on KXRB.
The regular season is heating up. New stars are emerging, and that means more opportunities to win up to 25 times your cash on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection on a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's that easy. Let it fly to turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Watch your favorite players and get paid doing it this basketball season. See your entries make progress during the game or make new entries for the second half and the fourth quarter. 3-pointers, assists, rebounds, and everything in between are yours for the taking. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.